Hello, welcome to Redmen TV. The Uncensored match build-up show is back for a brand new season. It's been here all summer, to be fair, because we've had pre-season. But you know, there's a new picture on the tap. It's fine.
Same old Gaston Paul.
Me, Chris, Steve, John, we're here. Liverpool taking on Arsenal, as we know. Chris, is this the hardest possible first game fixture for us? Arsenal away at the Emirates.
Fucking change the question at the beginning of these shows, Paul. It's a new season. Is this the hardest fixture of this season so far? Yes, it is. Is this the hardest possible first game fixture? I actually think it is. No, ordinarily. I think Arsenal have got a few problems right now. I think obviously the centre-backs are a massive issue, aren't they? But Liverpool at the Emirates historically haven't done very well. I think we did really well there last season to get a 0-0 draw. But, you know, looking at the results before that, we lost 4-1 there and we lost 2-1 in the last sort of three. Only one win in 6 against Arsenal at the Emirates in the Premier League. So it's a tough place for us to go to. But Arsenal are historically a slow starting football side under Wenger.
When those fixtures came out today, I must admit, I looked at it in Liverpool's opening games. It doesn't inspire, it doesn't fill you with confidence. But that being said, my immediate reaction was I looked at Arsenal. They always struggle at the start of the season. The fans go into absolute meltdown, and then they just do an Arsenal. So there actually is definitely an opportunity there for us to go in and get in the faces.
Yeah, like Chris said, if this game was around Christmas time, New Year, Arsenal tend to have a good spell around, and that's when we tended to play them, either around then or near the end of the season. Last year it was quite early on, and we'd done okay there. Yeah, they don't start well, and they also have this issue where they don't sign anyone until quite late in the window. So, but that's just how their business operation is. They wait later, maybe try and get value, or I don't know what Wenger does. Maybe he waits until he sees his guys in pre-season, but
maybe he looks down at on the 31st and realises his phone's been on silent this whole time. Ah, no!
His WhatsApp's updated, and he has to press that off button.
It's fucking Jamie Vardy, 48 missed calls. Ah, shit!
So yeah, if you're going to play Arsenal, I wouldn't mind playing them here. I said that. The fact that now they've had a few injuries and stuff, although we have as well, I think they are less suited, especially centre-back. They needed a centre-back anyway, at least one, I think. Now, they went and signed the young lad from Bolton, but he was probably a developmental quarterback. He wasn't a quarterback, centre-back. American football. He wasn't.
Oh, wow.
American football slipped. He wasn't meant to play, was he? He was
meant. Anyone else for the defence?
Comments below.
Steve's a...
Call Steve a twat.
Go for this. I do apologise. I've been an NFL chat before. But no, he was meant to come in and just be a backup. Like a Gomez for us, he wasn't meant to play. So he's going to be forced in, probably with Chambers against us, I would imagine. Unless they play Monreal at centre-back, they're the option. So it's perfect for us, isn't it, in terms of if you're going to get an Arsenal team, you want them early in the season when they're crap, they haven't signed their players yet, and they're injured.
We say that, though, Steve. We do. Sorry, go on.
Koscielny? What about Koscielny?
He's not going to play.
You think, even with the late start from pre-season?
Yeah, apparently, I think Wenger said he hasn't, I don't think he's trained or nothing. I think they said he's not going to play.
I know that they have players coming back late.
They rushed Ramsey and Sanchez back to get them ready because they needed them, but he said, I think it was Koscielny, or maybe. I think there was a few. He just said no. He likes giving them 4 weeks.
Well, it's
madness.
The thing is, though,
that many problems in the defence. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this game last season, though, John, we were there. They had a centre back crisis.
Everyone was going, "We'll get it, fucking Gabriel."
And Gabriel showed up and was just brilliant. But I don't know, they're Arsenal, aren't they? They always seem to pull across the line, but I just don't know what to expect from them. Really, I think they've every other team in the league above them's done something special and either gone out and got a new manager or signed, and they've stood still really badly. Yeah. For getting any injuries.
It's mad though, isn't it? Because if they got the Vardy deal over the line, I'd be thinking that Arsenal fine there. You know what I mean? They've brought in that grit in the midfield in Xhaka, and then to go and get the pacey goal scoring centre forward. But all of a sudden, yeah, you know.
Do you remember a few years ago they played Villa at home and Villa beat them? 2 seasons ago, maybe 3, and the same. The fans were. You could tell by like you guys do quite often. You talk to Arsenal fans, that's the way. They were angry anyway, and then they got to the ground on the first day. They hadn't signed anyone. The team played crap, and it was like a bear pit at Wenger. It was really vicious. Yeah. That's what we need to hope that happens again. Yeah. We need to get into
make that happen.
Basically, we need to go and do what Villa did and that. Soak the pressure, hit them on the break, which is where we can do, and hope it goes nasty there quick, because come Christmas time, everything will be rosy at Arsenal again. They'll be top 4 again.
So we've got a trivia question, but actually I've got some side trivia as it were, that kind of leads in from what you were saying before about the form, Chris. When was the last time we beat them at the Emirates?
Was that the Morales one? No.
2011. That was the one of six, one in the last 6. We won.
Was that when Morales
2-0. Ramsey own goal and Suarez came off the bench to score the second. Do you want to know what Liverpool's midfield was that day? In fact, have a guess at Liverpool's midfield.
I've said Morales 4 times, so I'm hoping it's him.
It's not Morales.
He must have come
on
on
the bench.
Yeah, he come on.
Gerrard.
Nope.
2011.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the game well.
Was this under Kenny?
Let's do a 4. It's a 4.
I remember the game well as
Under
well.
Kenny.
Adam.
Charlie Adam. Nope.
Spearing.
Nope.
Was Aquilani at the club or was he on loan?
I don't know, but no.
Fuck, I've got no idea. I remember the game as well. I was there. That's what makes him bad.
Not Poulsen, no.
I was at that game.
Yeah.
And I've got no idea. I've got no recollection.
Okay, left. Who's on the left wing?
Joe Cole.
Nope.
Fuck, we're crap at this.
2011. Who was on the left wing?
Under Kenny Dalglish.
Under Kenny Dalglish.
Maxi?
Benny, Maxi, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Left-footed.
Downing.
Stuart Downing. Thank you,
Oh,
Aubrey.
Henderson would have played
Henderson
right
on
wing,
the right. Lucas and
Lucas
Adam
and Adam.
in the midfield. Yeah, and we beat Arsenal. And what was interesting, actually, that was the second game of the season.
Yeah, I went
That took us top of the took us top of the league, albeit briefly. Left Arsenal languishing in 15th.
It was the Morales game. Morales set Suarez up underneath for the tap in at the end. I do remember.
And then there's that one where he put his finger up to
Yeah.
the sound. So yeah, but what's interesting about that is, you know, playing Arsenal early on in the season, causing a bit of fume. We had a dreadful midfield, so you know anything's possible in that. The actual trivia question, though, Liverpool have had and Arsenal have had 21 players to play for both teams. I want you to name the 4 most recent of those players. It's actually surprisingly tricky. We'll give you the answer to that at the end of the show, so stay tuned. I know you will, specifically for that, or you'll just Google it and go and watch porn or something.
Can I do that now?
I mean, can you?
I meant Google it, but yes, I'm porn. I'll do it.
Oh,
well.
John, Barcelona picked up our expectations big time. 4-0 win. It was nice. It was pleasant. Has Mainz, has that damaged our expectations for the season any because we were so poor?
I think if you're a casual Liverpool fan, maybe. For most people I've spoken to now. I mean, the first thing I spoke to my dad, I didn't see him over the weekend. The first thing he said to me about the Mainz game was, you know, he played the kids. It was fine. You know what I mean? Most people, I think, were still buzzing off the Barca result, really. I mean, you could not be if you watched that game. We absolutely
Sense
dropped
that
it.
you weren't buzzing still after the end of it, Chris? I think that did it have a negative, detrimental effect on your mood?
Everything does, mate.
Life, people,
do you know what?
the weather.
I think there was some bad decisions made as the football club to play that game in the first instance because it has the potential to damage whether it's ours, whether it's the players, anyone's sort of emotional well-being and all that type of stuff. Leading into a season, you do not want to get beaten 4-0. And winning breeds winning, blah, blah, blah. Barcelona would have been the perfect point to end pre-season on, and we've ruined that for those players in that squad because a lot of players did play again the next day, and I think that's down to the decision to play again 24 hours later. And I don't think we'll be sitting here next season having just had one of them the week before the season.
Think so?
It's the one game I didn't pay any attention to. I went to bitches, didn't even care because it was stupid. There was just no point. I thought when I first saw the fixtures, it'll be like we did last year. We played Helsinki and then Swindon, and we split the squads. I think whether it was injury related or not, or this time we didn't. And I didn't care because you're going to play the 6th or 7th best team, I think, in the Bundesliga the day after you've just played Barcelona at Wembley in boiling hot heat. Because I was there, I got sunburnt. I can tell you it was hot. You had no chance. You had no chance. I saw the team. The only thing I've took from it, having watched the highlights, is that Manning is garbage. So we need to be careful that Mignolet doesn't get injured because he was crap him. Yeah. And I'm not a Mignolet fan, but honestly, I mean that goal was horrendous. From a goalkeeper to get beat there, it was really poor. But it hasn't. I don't think it hasn't dampened my spirits at all because you're asking lads to go. If you asked us to play any team that day, we'd struggle at any game one day after playing Barcelona. That's just it's. So I took more from the Barcelona game in terms of how we're going to play. And I know you were in here last week, but I spoke to Chris on the build up to the Barca game, and I said, Arsenal are Barcelona light. They're not as good, but they are similar in how they all want to play. And the pitches, I've been the Emirates and Wembley, it's quite similar. It's a big ground, big pitch. It gives me confidence that I know that how Liverpool can get at Arsenal because I've just seen them do it to Barcelona. Yeah. So I'll take more from that than half fit lads and kids getting tonked by Bundesliga sides.
I think a lot of it comes down to, and we always have this conversation, that watching Liverpool matches is watching Liverpool matches, and that's just the problem with them being televised and the problem with all the interest around them, because inevitably you take time out of your life, you sit down and you watch Liverpool, and if Liverpool play shit and they get beat, it is difficult to disassociate yourself from what the actual game means in the grand scheme of things. It's very easy to go, fucking beat, particularly when it's a shit performance or what have you. So, but from my perspective, like I went to the Barca game, walked out on cloud nine, not because like I thought we were better than Barcelona or whatever. I just saw what I've always said about pre-season. Saw loads of exciting things. There's some really promising things. Players put good performances, nice confidence boost, a nice atmosphere, nice day. And to be fair, I actually forgot the match. I was out because I was on holiday. I was out and I saw, was it you on the Twitter?
Yeah.
Explaining tweets about Matip, but I was like, yeah, fine, I'll leave that. That's great. I'll come back.
You can't fucking get a lengthy argument across on Twitter. It's just not the platform for it,
No.
is it? What I was trying to say to people at the time is, what you can look at is individual performances in those games. So I was talking about Matip's performance, and I don't know if you've seen it or if you haven't, and disregarding the fact that for the first game, Wisdom is completely all at sea and Matip ends up covering his man. I'm disregarding Manager being shit. I'm not talking about whose fault it is. I'm talking about when Matip was in the position to make a tackle, he doesn't make a tackle. And for 3 times for 3 of those goals, he is at fault for something that he should be doing. I'm not saying he's caused any of those goals, but you look at it and I thought at times, Chan was involved in the game, Henderson was involved in the game, and I can look at those individuals and their one-on-one and individual battles, and some of them lost them. And that's why I thought, in the grand scheme of things, the decision to play the game is stupid. The result doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but the decision to play the game with those players is ridiculous.
I think being slightly glass half full, I think the best thing about the game for me was that it gave Klopp a hard decision, because we said, you split the squad and you take one team and the other. I think that when that game was planned, because it was probably past the Karius deal, that was what they were going to do. We'll have a first 11 at the Barca game, a second 11, but we picked up, Matip got injured, Karius obviously broke his hand, and there was a few others. So all of a sudden, you can't take a full team out, or a full first 11 out to Germany. So I think if injuries aside, we would have played a different team, and probably would have been a different game, maybe like a 0-0 or a 1-0.
Very quickly, I think Klopp got it wrong. I think because it was mine and because it means a lot to him, he thought he should take. I'd have just took the absolute kids.
Yeah.
That's all. I'd have played the team that started the second half.
I agree with that. There was a question mark over whether something had built in that you can't just do that. Because that seems the fucking obvious thing to do. Why take your first teamers who've just been to London all the way over to Germany to then come all the way back to Liverpool the week before the Premier League?
But then I think it's probably a contributing factor to all that. If we'd had 2 or 3 more players available, we probably would have seen a completely different thing. They'd have played, not the players that played. But that being said, maybe it is just a thing. Look at like Jordan Henderson's a good example of this. He's had an extended break because of the internationals. Emre Can's had an extended break. Maybe it's just thinking, yeah, exactly. A few more minutes on the pitch. It's a different kind of test for these guys. It's the kind of test that they're never going to have to face again this season unless we have a good run in both cups and maybe a couple of replays in January. Maybe you just thought, actually, because ultimately it's the sports science guys who decide which players you're able to play. It's not up to Klopp at the end of the day, unless he's vehement that he's playing someone. He said it himself. These guys tell me who's there, and it is. So, maybe they've gone, actually, you know what? Let's
give them half an hour.
Let's have a go and see.
Yeah.
The only good thing that ultimately comes out of it for me is it has dampened expectations, and I think that's a really good thing. Because imagine fucking beating Barcelona 4-0 and your next game's Arsenal at the Emirates and you get beat or whatever. I think people have largely disregarded it to some extent, but if it has just taken a little bit of shine off, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because it means that we're not necessarily flying into the Emirates in our heads going, fucking gonna smash these because we've just smashed Barcelona, because there will be people who would have been of that mindset.
I don't think there's a problem with that either, to be honest. From the players' point of view, from the fans, I think you're right. I think it's better to dampen expectations.
Yeah, it looks like Firmino is going to lead the line by all accounts. Is that to be expected, given how we've started him in a lot of the big games under Klopp last season?
Yeah, I do, and I think the fact that he's done that all pre-season as well. He's obviously been the plan, hasn't he? From day one, Tranmere, Firmino was leading the line. So it's been the plan that he's obviously going to start the season. Whether he was going to do it if Sturridge was 100%, whatever, if Origi was 100% back fit, fine. But they both had the Euros break. They were both obviously picked up knocks here and there. I think, ideally, you'd want your best players on the pitch. And from pre-season, it looks like Origi would deserve to start. I wouldn't have a problem. I'd love Dan Sturridge to start because I love him anyway. But I can see the logic in Firmino. I can see the decision maybe to give him an hour, and then you can bring Origi on.
Yeah.
And just go. And at tired defenders who are struggling, it's clearly an option to do something. Sorry, that's me. I'll just put on that. Sorry. So it's clearly an option that you can think, right, if they're Arsenal.
The dog tonight, mate.
It was, you know, it was an unknown number, so God knows. Yeah, so it's, say Origi's playing against, it is Chambers and it is Holding, they might be knackered. Yeah. Perfect to go, Origi's just, Firmino's just worked them, going deep, and then also they've got a new problem. Yeah. And that's Origi going behind them. It makes sense. I've always thought, and it also gives you an option of another sub, because technically, if Origi starts up front and you don't think he can do a 90, you have to take him off. Yeah. By playing Firmino up there, it means you can take Firmino off, you can take Coutinho off, you can take Mane off, you could take Lallana off, drop Firmino back and put Origi on. So it gives the manager more options in that sense. So I'm all for it, but ideally if everyone was fit, no, I wouldn't want him there. I would want a proper striker on there, because even at Barcelona, when and again friendly and stuff, I think you saw some of the positives of it in that it allows Mane to go and drag defenders, which he's great at. Yeah. But it doesn't offer you the over the top threat that I think we might need against Arsenal. Mm-hmm. So
well, it's definitely an interesting one. I think for me anyway, and again they don't play. It's not the same side as such, but I think we'll be looking in the absolute ideal scenario, John, is to look at Man City away last season, and just how well that worked with Firmino in the trendy false nine position. We've seen what we can do from there, exactly what Steve said there. Firmino's been there all summer. He's not been away. He's been working with the manager for the longest possible period of time. Klopp probably feels that is right here and now to kick the season off his best option.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he bigged them up big style when he first came to the club, all this thing, I wanted them from Hoffenheim and stuff. And I think for everything we praise Klopp for, I don't think he gets praised enough for being tactically quite clever. Yeah. He's got form for playing people who aren't strikers as strikers at Dortmund, because he played Gertz there a few times instead of Lewandowski, and just gives you more options, doesn't it? It's always more strings to your bow. Yeah. But for me, I just think, as Steve just said, when he drops deep and he drags people out the way and links up with midfield, that's when we get our passing game playing really well. Yeah. I mean, Arsenal's obviously that's what they're best at, playing through midfield and stuff, but you want someone who's going to draw, if it's going to be a shaky back line, someone who's going to draw them forward and let us use the space. And if you've got Mane, give him pace on the wings, then it's the right option.
I think something that we will have with Mane that we didn't have last season, simply because, as mentioned, the pace. But when Firmino's dropping out, you've got a guy there who wants to get into the box.
Mane has completely changed for me the way that Liverpool are going to play football this season. Just haven't watched them in pre-season. And Firmino's a really clever player as well. So these two, as you say, Firmino drops out, Mane can drop in, but there's a willingness for both of them to get on the bike before we've won the ball back. And that's what we saw against Barcelona. At our best, is Firmino's making runs as Kevin Stewart's making a tackle. That never happened last season for Liverpool, and that's a trust thing that Klopp's built up into these players and developed them over the training them over the summer, and he's getting them into this idea of, when I looked at Klopp's tactics when he first arrived, it was this: you win the ball back high up the pitch and you're in a position to break. We're in the position to break before we've won the ball back against Barcelona 3 times, or maybe even 4 times. We scored goals from us winning the ball back high up the pitch and fellas ahead of them making runs. Yeah. And this is what Mane brings to this side. And there's a willingness from Coutinho to get inside. There's a willingness from Firmino to get goals. He likes little tap-ins. You mentioned it before in the office. Mane likes it. Lallana's such a clever player. The space is going to open up there for him. We are tactically so much different. We've got the ability to hit teams on the counter-attack, which we've needed, and that just means that I think personally we'll have a really good season.
Yeah, definitely.
The only interesting question, and I don't know if you've got it on, is 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. That's the only question. You say it's the same, but it's not, because Lallana can only play. If Lallana's going to play, I think it would be in a 4-3-3. Where if you go 4-2-3-1, it gives you.
What you're saying is, are you talking with the ball or without?
Sorry, basically from the start, I don't think Lallana...
We're playing 4-3-3, right, with the ball at the minute.
Yeah.
But we're playing 4-5-1 and break that into 4-4-1-1 or 4-2-3-1 all you want. When we are defending, we're going 4-5-1.
Yeah.
When we're attacking, we're going 4-3-3.
More in terms of who's in midfield. So it's going to be Chan. We think if he's fit, he looks knackered, but I think he'll start. So then we've got an option of, is it Wijnaldum next to him with Lallana, or is it Henderson, or is it Wijnaldum? You know, there's a mix. I think Lallana needs to play deeper. So that's the point we're getting at. So that means you can then have, if he's deeper, you don't really have a 10. That's what I'm trying to get at, because he's not a 10. He's playing almost in midfield like he did at Barcelona, and that I think that's where we will see him this year. And I think we should do that. I think he wins the ball back like we've seen again, but he's so clever and he releases the ball so quickly, or he will in that position.
You know what's boss? This response to that question.
Who knows?
But with a big, fucking
I
grid.
100% agree with Steve. I think Lallana winning the ball back in midfield and being able to find space.
Mane, I'm fine, Mane. That's the key.
Because the thing is, what's happened so much last year is we were so bogged down in having these three players behind the one that there's no fucking space anywhere for anybody.
Exactly. Get deeper.
Get a little bit deeper, create the space, make the runs, and that's how we're going to attack teams this season.
And what it'll do, Lallana's slow. We've all said on the show, or I think we all have, if he had 2 extra yards of pace...
John probably not said it, yeah.
I said if he was quicker, he'd be at Bayern Munich.
If he was quick, we've all said it, if he was quicker, he'd be a first name on the sheet, but he's not. So by dropping him deeper, like I say, it opens space for Coutinho and Firmino and Mane, and also protects Lallana from his limitation of being slow. So I'm hoping, like we saw against Barcelona, is that he can win the ball, and rather than him have to run with it, because he's not very good at that, he's got his 3 runners. And I think if we do that well on the weekend, I think that's how we can beat Arsenal. I think he's key. I think he's if he's going to play, I think he's a major player.
And we've not talked about this, Paul, but I'm sorry. I'm not having it. Right, Lallana, Coutinho and Firmino have all bulked up this summer. Definitely. Lallana looks fucking bigger.
What are you not having?
I'm just not having that. Anybody out there doesn't agree with me on this one, okay? They bulked up. We are more fucking ready for the Premier League season than I think we've ever been.
I thought Firmino started the season like quite overweight, but in hindsight, it might have been that might be how he bulks up, in terms that he gets himself quite fat and then muscles it up. You know what I mean? He doesn't just build muscle. Because I agree. I think you can see since Klopp come in, everyone looks physically fitter. Chan looks physically fit. Henderson the other day looked like he had proper muscles, proper guns. He did.
But to be fair, he's also crossing over the mid-20s threshold where you naturally
get some muscle.
Thicken out, don't you?
But Origi's the one, isn't it?
30s and it goes the other way.
Tell me, I'm going to say. Origi's the one. Origi looks massive. So I do think Klopp, although we've had a tough pre-season, we've lost a few injuries and stuff, or we've lost a few players to injury, etc. I think Klopp is big on physical. You can tell he's big on physical fitness. It isn't all about tactics and who can you sign and how are you going to play. I think a lot of his method is, let's have the biggest, quickest, fastest, strongest lads. And
well, it's right, isn't it?
There's a method.
There's no accident that he brought. Is it Cormier? He brought in from Bayern Munich. There's no accident to that. 2.0. Exactly. What Pep was doing at Bayern Munich was taking what Barcelona were doing, but doing it with fucking athletes in a much more physical league. And that's ultimately, we always said it in the Premier League. Your fast players, they burn out very quickly, don't they? Big, strong players have got a very, very a low ceiling to what they can achieve. If you can get someone if you can get pace and power, it's rare to find those players. They cost a lot of money, but if you can build guys who are pacey and powerful, that's the key to success in the Premier League.
And I think it can give you an edge early when teams are still finding out their own tactics. Everyone's finding out each other's tactics. Games can be a bit stale at the beginning of the season sometimes. I think that can give you an edge. Basically having a lad who's a bit stronger, a bit faster early on in the season, before everyone gets on to the fact that, oh my God, he's massive or he's fast, let's do this against him. I think you can get teams early with it. So I don't know if Grujic is going to be fit or he's done his ankle, but if he comes off the bench, Arsenal won't know nothing about him. Yeah. They'll know very little. We all know that he's a big, massive, powerful lad who's going to get in the box. They probably won't know that much of him. Yeah. That kind of thing can give us an edge.
Yeah, definitely. Just quickly then, I want one thing that you want to see from Liverpool this season. Anyone want to throw it?
In terms of...
Can it be really general?
You can be as general or as specific as you like. It could be like you want to see an overhead kick from Roberto Firmino, or it could be like, I want to see Roberto Firmino play well.
Okay. Does anyone want to go first on this?
I want us to score 90 plus goals in the league. 90 goals in the league are minimum.
Goals was literally what I was going to say.
Because if you score 90 goals, if you can't come in the top 4, scoring. In fact, you should win the league with 100, and we should have done anyway, but we didn't. But 90 goals, which I think we're more than capable of, I think, looking at the players we've got, if they all stay on the pitch, that in itself will lead to the success that I want, because I'm not into this, try and come fourth bollocks. I want us to win the league. That's what I care about. So aim to win the league, and if you fall short, then you're in the top 4 still.
Yeah, exactly.
So go and score loads of goals.
Okay, next. Anyone? John?
I want to see us, we did it for 13-14 and we did it against Barca. I want to see us start games fast.
Yeah.
And just absolutely snot teams 3-0 in the first 20 minutes and then sit back.
Got anything left, Chris?
No, wait. I was done with goals. To be honest, I didn't even think of the second one.
You know what I want? And I was thinking about this on the drive in, is that seasons are often defined by the first game. It's really weird to say that, because you can lose like 3 or 4 games on the bounce. You can have a poor month, but sometimes just getting a first win can set you up big time. And because I was thinking this, I want 7 points from the first 3 games, but then the more I thought about it, is that I want to win. I just want to win against Arsenal. It's weird from this season. I want to win the opening fixture, because it just sets you on your way.
And I've got mine. And if any Arsenal fans are watching,
There will be, because they know we're the best
I want it to be
franchise.
our year, mate. I fucking want it to be our year. That's what it's all about. Every single year, it's the same as every single year.
Yeah.
There's no point sitting here wanting Liverpool to come fourth. That's just, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're a football fan.
Well, no. Here's the thing on it, isn't it? Is that can Liverpool win the league? Of course they can. Will they win? Who fucking knows? It's football. But the point is that for the first time in 2 or 3 years, I genuinely think Liverpool have a chance. And that's such a Liverpool thing, that we always think we can win the league. But that's how far we've fallen in recent years. And you know what? I'm just buzzing to be back in the mentality that says, I'm fucking really looking forward to this season. I'm dying to see Liverpool go out. I'm dying to see us give some fucking bloody noses out. I'm dying, we'll lose a couple of games along the way. We'll lose games we're meant to win, and we'll win games we're meant to lose. And that's the beauty of footy, isn't it? We're going to go and have an exciting season. There's going to be some great football play. There's going to be some fantastic moments. And you know what? We actually could. It's within the realms of possibility that Liverpool could win the league, and that's fucking amazing.
And this
as far
is
as
the
I'm
best part of
concerned.
the season, isn't it? When
It's all in
you've not
optimism.
conceded
It's all
a
in
fucking
theory.
goal, and it's all in theory.
You know what?
Unless they come out of nowhere and win the league.
We pay 50 quid or whatever a week to go. Not for the long... The end of last season, it kind of got better in that I was looking forward to going the game again. Because for a season and a half, it was shit. It was boring, it was crap. The year before or whatever, it was amazing. Like, we used to... I mean, we come out the ground, us laughing, just laughing our heads off how great it was. I'd love that again. So I'd want to build up to, for example, the City game. Was it a Saturday morning kick-off, I think? It was like Wednesday, and we were buzzing for it. And you were in work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can't wait.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where it was Saturday morning, you were like, you know what, if I could get 50 quid with this ticket, I'd probably give it away. I want to get back to the point where I'm absolutely...
It's used to text me in the morning.
Any tickets. So I want to be back to on a Wednesday, just buzzing to go to the game, and that's what I would love it to be.
Fucking love it. Let us know yours in the comments below, actually. Changing name slightly for this season. Key man prediction. Who's going to be Liverpool's key player on the day? John, from straight to you.
Against Arsenal.
No, mate, against fucking Newcastle.
I haven't seen Chris's starting 11 prediction, so I don't know.
Ah, nice little plug there.
I don't know who's in the team yet.
Because whoever he said is wrong. So
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's hard because I don't know who's going to start. Like, I mean, there's people in line for it, but I just haven't got a clue who's going to.
Well, you fannied out on that, mate. We'll move on.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Let's just say Alana.
I've not even thought of one player, not even like Mignolet, because he makes loads of
No,
sense.
Klein is going to play. He's gone on the line, haven't you?
I'll go with Alana.
Why?
Because he's going to play in the middle and he's going to jock it and just feed Mane and Firmino up front.
Yeah, mine's Mane. I think he's key to Liverpool. Like I said before, he defines how we play. His pace defines how we play. His movement of... I finally love that we've got a winger who'll get on the penalty spot. That's amazing. That's what I want. So I think I've got him in my fantasy team, for example. I think he's going to score loads of goals. And against these, I've got a feeling that they're not going to be able to cope with him coming from the right, making that diagonal run. I think that he's the he's the one that we need to get the ball to.
Am I right in remembering that Firmino scored goals against them at Anfield? Was he scored?
Yeah, he scored a worldie.
Yeah, he did.
Joe Allen scored the other.
Yes, late.
Yeah, anyway.
So
Well, we went to the great tactic of throw Stephen Colker up front.
amazing. Good times.
We haven't got that no more, unfortunately.
I'm going to build on that and go from Lallana to Mane to Firmino straight up top because he's going to be on the end of what they're doing in the game, and such a fucking clever player, and if you can get a couple of goals in from the 6-yard box again, then magic.
You know, for me, Jordan Henderson. You know, again, it didn't look like he had a great game against Mainz. He got a lot of criticism off the back of that, but against Barcelona,
It's very good against
I
Barcelona.
loved his engine. Again, it looked back. And you know, we've seen glimpses of it in a certain training first hand as well. Like, you know, he looks like he's got that hunger. He's got his pace back. He's got you know, he just looks ready to have an impact. And you go back a few seasons to that game where we played like Suarez on the wing, and we played like a 4-5-1 against them under Rodgers, and Henderson threatened to break out in that game. It would be great for him to just have the opportunity to really re-announce himself to Liverpool fans.
Can I bottle it and do one more? Very quickly. Clavan. Very quickly. Not because I just think you're playing Arsenal away. You're gonna. I don't care who they are and who's fit and who's not. They're gonna get chances. I think he could be key in the fact that he's not scared. He doesn't look to me like he's no nonsense. So he won't be afraid to. When Arsenal are doing all their fancy stuff, he won't be afraid to put it in the stands sometimes. And we might need. You might get a good 10-15 minutes when your back's against the wall. And if everyone else is trying to fanny about a bit, I think I saw against Barcelona, he was happy to put it away, and I think that
they'll put him under pressure. I think they'll look at him as the weak link, and I think we saw a glimpse against Barcelona. There was a moment where he just did a little step over and skinned someone, and then he got put under pressure, and the next thing he did, just hammered it down the pitch as hard as he can. Fantastic, yeah. But I do actually disagree. Yeah.
Exactly that.
Exactly
the next time the ball came to you, just
Fuck that. Yeah.
If in doubt, put it out.
Yeah, definitely. I realised that. I wasn't getting away. With that. The yeah, I do. He's my fit. To be fair, he's actually my fear for that game because he is so new that Liverpool centre halves starting the season. Who knows? Anyway, score prediction, John. Or are you just going to fucking pass it on?
For the Arsenal game, by the way. Just
the Arsenal game.
just to clarify.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I'm happy to go first on this. I think we're going to win 3-0 at the Emirates.
Fuck, that's what I was going to say.
Fucking hell. Go ahead, Go ahead.
And I'm not having it with anyone who doesn't agree with me on this.
Not having it. It's not had. It's not being had. Go ahead, Steve.
I think we're going to win 3-1. I'm confident that, and I can even tell you now, it's going to be a tight 1-1. We're going to nick one. They're going to come at us. And then Mane's going to hit them on the break. Save that, watch that, remind me next week, sound.
Okay.
3-0. We're just going to win 3-0.
Okay, sounds. I'm not sure where to pitch myself in this now that we've gone with all that positivity.
The dark side with us.
No, to the light side, mate. Fuck the dark side. I'll have another 2-0. Go hard back to the last time we did it. Another doggy.
I really wanted to say I wanted to stick a 1-0.
No,
I
God,
missed
no.
them from last year.
No, I don't want to. We'll have time for them. There'll be the time.
That's Christmas.
I'd love it if we could just stick a 1-0.
Stick a 1-0.
That's Christmas when you wanted to take 1-0.
I'd love all the optimism.
Paul's doing them in pre-season friendlies. Mate. I'd love it if we just stick a 1-0. Get the practice in for the main season.
I want an Arsenal own goal in the first 2 minutes of the game, so that literally it kills the crowd immediately. Something, just something that goal very early on just sounds to me. Yeah, so I'll take that. Trivia answer. So 21 players to play for both.
I think I've got 2.
There's 4.
I
think I've got 3, yeah.
Now it's a slight trick question.
Great.
Okay, sound.
But go on, throw some names at me.
I've got Torre and Benayoun.
Benayoun's a good one.
Wow, okay, yeah. Yossi Benayoun was the...
Jermaine Pennant.
I got
Jermaine Pennant.
Maninga's the other one.
Nope.
Didn't he play for Arsenal? He's not the most recent.
He's not played for Liverpool.
Careful.
Trick question.
And Elka's the other one then.
Nicholas and Elka.
Yeah, I did get that one.
There you go. So yeah, Colo, Jermaine Pennant, Yossi Benayoun, which was the real tricky one. Well done.
See, I thought that was easy. I wouldn't have got that one.
I
wasn't getting that one.
I
completely forgot he played for
Thomas in
Arsenal.
there as mine, and I didn't get Colo. Orby told me Colo before we started filming, so I had Thomas Manninger and an Elka.
Michael Thomas and Jimmy Carter would have been the two the two after that as well. So there you go. If you got that, congratulations to you. If you got Manninger and you're raging, unlucky he has to play
That was my
competitively.
whoa in the office moment as well. Do you remember before?
He did
I went,
whoa, and then everyone went,
got
what?
this, and everyone,
And then squirreled his answer away, so there you go. Let us know your key man predictions, your score predictions, your thoughts on what you want to see Liverpool do this season, all of that in the comments below. If you haven't checked out, we've done the Stock Exchange shows, a two-part special, rating Liverpool's squad, where we feel whether the players have brought themselves up in our estimation or lowered themselves to the pits of despair with their pre-season performances. Go and check that out. Two-parts of both be available on the redmentv.com, although the first part will be free for you. If you haven't subscribed to the website, go and do it. It's amazing, and you'll be amazing if you do it. Cheers.